Welcome to another tasty and delicious episode of The Silly Kitchen. I am so excited to show you the easiest crab dip you will ever make. It literally has all the ingredients that are in front of me right now. Cream cheese, Worcestershire sauce, you know what I mean, crab meat, cheddar cheese, lemon, some chives, and pepper for taste. That's it. That's all you need to make crab dip. And one thing that I will tell you is to get yourself real crab. So you can buy real crab already taken out of the claws for you. You don't have to deal with the shells and the mess, but you don't want to get that imitation stuff, the stuff that looks all bright and white and red. It's just pollock and it's flavored with crab. You're gonna get so much more flavor if you buy yourself some real crab. I bought a cup, this is like a cup of crab, and it's 10 bucks, 11 bucks. So you're not spending a huge amount on it, and with the amount of crab dip you're gonna have, this is a great dish that you can make for the holidays, for an appetizer at a dinner party. Whatever works for you, try this. It's gonna be really good. Okay, so let's get started. So I'm actually using 2 packages of plain cream cheese, and I've just kind of brought it a little bit to room temperature so that it's easy to kind of stir and mix. This is a cold crab dip, so you don't have to bake, you don't have to do anything. You just have to put all the ingredients together and then, my favorite part, eat it. So I shredded up some cheddar cheese, as much or as little as you want. You don't want it to get too dense, but we will be adding lemon juice and Worcestershire sauce. It's gonna be a good one. To add a little bit of moisture and liquid, so you can't really go wrong with too much cheese, because I don't think there is such a thing. All right, so just give your cheese with extra cheese a stir to start. All right, so you have mixed your cheese with your cheese. Now it's time to add your crab. So because it comes in a little package like this, all I did was drain the liquid out, and I don't need to chop it up or do anything. I just need to dump it all in here, and then as I mix it up, all the pieces will get even smaller and kind of break apart a bit, but there's gonna be a ton of crab meat in here. Well, it is crab dip, so that makes sense, doesn't it? So I'm just using a fork. I'm just mixing it all together and making sure that everything is kind of spread out evenly in the bowl. If you like seafood, oh my gosh, it smells so good right now. Okay, easy peasy. Let's add a little bit of pepper just for seasoning. Again, guys, I don't measure nothing, so just put in as much or as little as you want. Pepper is one of those spices that kind of comes out more and more as it sits in whatever you're making. So if you add a little bit and you're not having this crab dip until later tonight, then it's gonna really come out in flavor. Okay, lemon. It is the sunshine of food, so give it a little roll out. Let's do that. Let's move this aside so I don't knock anything over. And then all I do is roll it, cut it, and squeeze it into the crab dip. I'm gonna use half a lemon, so you can put the other half aside for something else. And I know there's lemon juicers, I know there's things you can use, but I'm like really simple in the kitchen. So I just kind of cut into the lemon and squeeze, and you'll see there's gonna be seeds that come out, but you know what, I just pick them out after. It's fine. You can catch them in your hand, you can get your hands all wet and lemony, but I don't mind doing it this way at all. All right, so we squeezed half a lemon in there. So again, use your handy dandy fork and just mix that all around. After you've taken obviously the seeds out that I dropped in there, or you might be really cool and have some handy dandy contraption and the seeds didn't even fall in. All right, so now we've got a little moisture in there and it's looking more like a spread and dip. The name of this sauce again is Worcestershire sauce. Be able to say it. I'm sure it's really easy and I'm just overthinking it, but I'm just dropping in like, I don't know, 10 or 12 little squirts of it, and then again give it a good mix. Now this is probably where you could give it a little taste and see if it needs more of anything, But I'm not done making it pretty yet because remember I said we need a little bit of chives? So let's move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. Let's chop these up super finely. So I just want little tiny greens. Now we're gonna put some of this in the actual crab dip because we want a little bit of that onion flavor, but I don't want to overpower everybody because the crab is already gonna be so rich and full of flavor. But also save a little bit of this for the end because we can kind of garnish the top when we put it all together and plate it and have it ready for people to eat. And by people, I mean me, because I'm gonna eat it. Maybe I should invite somebody over for crab dip. Well, listen, this is like a test run because I can make this for some holiday parties or bring it as an appetizer, and it will go over so well if you have seafood lovers in your life. Okay, chives are ready. So again, like I said, let's try to put most of this in here. It's gonna look really beautiful. It's gonna add a nice flavor as well. But then just remember, keep a little bit of these chives on the side because we're gonna garnish the top of the dip once we plate it. And I can stir in my chives. Again, give it a really good mix here because we don't wanna bite into a whole ton of chives. We want all the flavors. So everything is in here. I'm really happy with the consistency and the mixing. Now this is where you have to be a little patient. It's gotta go in the fridge for a little bit. You want that cheese to get cold and a little bit harder and dense for it to become that perfect dip to serve. So pop it in the fridge, really 15-20 minutes will do, and then you're ready to go. If you're making it ahead of time, if you're leaving it in the fridge for an hour or two, that is not a big deal. It's only gonna sit there and marry the flavors together and get better and better. Okay, so I patiently waited. I just stuck that in the fridge. Now I'm gonna put it in a bowl and have it ready to serve to my guests. And myself, of course, because why cook if you don't get to eat? So, all of this can fit into a bowl. If you want to put some in a little container and keep it in the fridge so you can top it up over the evening, definitely do that. It's usually good to have seafood stay nice and cold. So put out as much as you think people will go through and then top it up as the night goes. Serve it with crackers, a baguette that's sliced up, crostinis, whatever your heart desires. Remember, oh, I got a little bit of dip on my finger there. Remember I said keep a little bit of those chives? So to garnish, just kind of throw a little bit on top and it looks so pretty. You've already got all that flavor from the chives in the dip, so this is just really to make it aesthetically pleasing. So there you go. Easy, 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 but delicious crab dip. Put a little fork in it, put a little serving spoon in it, and serve it to your friends, your family, or a big bowl in front of yourself, just for you, on whatever day of the week you want. So, guys, one thing left to do. I always have to taste it, make sure that it's okay to serve. So, I'm gonna try a little baguette. I'm gonna put a little bit of this on it, and away we go. Oh yeah. I could have put more cheese in this. I say that about every recipe. It always needs more cheese. That is so delicious. It's refreshing. The lemon actually brings out this nice little zest and zing into the crab dip, which the crab is so rich already. So I love it. I hope you love it. Try it at home. Enjoy another recipe from the Silly Kitchen, and I'll see you again soon. If you're enjoying the Silly Kitchen and the episodes, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. There's a little notification bell too if you want to hit that. There's so much more to come.